Good morning, Gary. Hope everything's going well for you today. I'm going to be going over this little presentation I've put together. Just thought this would be the easiest and most succinct way to, get our ideas across. And I'm going to go ahead and include the notations in the email when I send over the link. That way you can have access to the text or, the notations, however they may be beneficial to you. So let's go ahead and go over these things. Not everything is scripted, but I do have these notations here. That way I don't just run off and we're all organized and everything. So I'll try not to press time and get through these things. Either way, this is just the best way to get everything across without putting too much out there or having you have to dive into all kinds of different pieces of information and whatnot. So, excuse me, let's go ahead and get started. Digital signage strategy. This strategy is assertive, concrete, and suggestive. Its objective is up sales. The aesthetic is classy, professional, and refreshing. It is upscale. Number one, so these are these are divided into slides, and once we get into things and go over everything, you'll kind of get an idea for the format. And I'll do probably a little digression on each slide, but I'll try not to press time. Slide number 1, TAD, which is the animal den. TAD logo, just the original logo, just those Photoshop files I sent over to you, just the traditional original logo. TAD logo over a dog video with an overlay and fade up animation. So essentially, from background to foreground. And several slides are going to follow the same format, so this explanation will, we might only need to do it once. But from background to foreground on this slide. On the background, you're going to have some stock video, maybe of a dog in a grassy playground, unidentifiable. There's no there's not like a barbecue, one of those barbecue stands that you see in parks in the background or anything like that. Just dog on grass, looking happy, maybe chasing down a frisbee in the air. You see what I'm going for? Just a stock video of a dog who's happily doing his thing. I want you to understand that even though that I have all of these plans, everything is up to your eye as far as the minutia and details go. You're the expert as far as design goes. So if you think, well, maybe the dog on the grass chasing a frisbee, I stumbled across a stock video of a dog being pet, and I think it would look really great with the aesthetic. Make the executive decision as far as aesthetics go. Obviously, I can't be right over your shoulder, and you are the expert. So this is supposed to be the strategy. So I do want to mention that, and before we move forward, so basically just a stock dog video that you think looks great, and from background to foreground, we'll cover that dog video with an overlay. And I'm sure you know all of these things. I'm not trying to be redundant, but just explain. It would be like a black, translucent film that sits over top of the dog video. I'm positive you know what I'm talking about. But basically, it just darkens the dog video so that it makes the logo over top of the overlay pop. So basically a dog video, then the black overlay that's somewhat translucent, and then a fade in. The logo will fade in. Hang on, let me check my paper notes. Fade in. I'm positive that this is supposed to be fade up. So essentially, from background to foreground, you've got the dog video, the black overlay that makes the logo pop over top, and we're going to have it fade up. So it's going to slide from the bottom while simultaneously fading. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's one of the most popular animations for stuff like this. So the logo is going to fade and slide in from the bottom. Yeah, okay, so I think that gets the idea across. And then after the logo is, right there, dead center, over top of the dog video with a black overlay. The logo's sitting there in the center. We're going to have a fade-in title, or subtitle, you might think of it. A fade-in subtitle underneath the logo with a delay. So the logo will slide in, and then this subtitle will fade in, not up, not down, not from the left, not from the right. It'll just fade in right underneath the logo with a delay. So either a 0.5 second delay or a 2 second delay, wherever your executive decision takes you. But it will delay in and fade in right underneath the logo and say, schedule your pet a fun stay away today. Okay, moving on to slide 3. So those explanations the rest of these slides should just flow smoothly as we get the idea for the format across. Number 3, title. Ask about adding amenities to your pet stay. Subtitle, amenities. And so if you think that certain fade in or what have you, animations look good for some of these titles where I didn't specify, do what you think is going to bring the entire package together as one, because you are the one bringing that package together. So you definitely have an idea for the things that I'm looking for. So slide 3 is going to be like a menu slide. We're not doing any prices on anything. And we're keeping everything, the idea is to keep everything static and open-ended so that we can just get something. I've gotten the hardware in the door. We've got it shipped. We've got the tech to come out and survey the area. We've gotten everything except design. And the idea is to keep everything open-ended and static, completely independent, so that way we can get the designs on the screens and the screens up on the wall and the designs on the screens. And then we're going through this major transition, so we want to orchestrate, the rest of what we're doing, and when exactly we're going to come back to you for more designs based on a content marketing strategy that I designed. So the idea is something that's totally independent. Okay, so title, ask about your, and if you think it's best, because there's a menu, a list of items on this slide, if you think that the title's going to look best at the top left-hand corner, great. Wherever you think the subtitle is going to look best. So title, ask about adding amenities to your pet stay. Subtitle, amenities, and then this isn't text. If it doesn't have quotations around it, it's not text that I really intend on having in there. Menu, no prices. So here is the menu for that. So essentially, these slides are pitching boarding. And here's the menu items for the amenities. Cuddle break, nature walk, deluxe playtime, ultimate playtime, maybe a little space, kind of break things up. Frosty paws or tuna treat, dessert and tuck-in, spring water, provided food per day, deluxe bed per day, cats too. You can use the menu items. You can use the text there verbatim. So, yeah, okay. Slide 4, so we're moving on to a different thing. So this is, we're upselling, we're pitching, boarding stuff, and slide 4 is included in boarding stuff. So you see number 4 for pitching boarding is the title comes in and says, "Pets love our cuddle breaks, nature walks, and ultimate playtimes." So in the whole show, we have the menu comes in and displays all the amenities that are available. Someone can, their eyes might look up for 2 seconds and they see there's something about a cuddle break and they think in their mind, oh yeah, that sounds nice, and then they ask the front desk, what about the cuddle break? How much is it? And then we'll give them the price at the time. And then, obviously we can close the sale at that point. So number 4 is basically just to reinforce some of our most popular or most likely to close services, amenities, titles. Pets love our cuddle breaks, nature walks, and playtimes. So there is the basic format right there, these 4 slides. So let's move on to the next ones here. Okay, so this is going to be going over grooming. Number 5, TAD logo over cat video this time with the overlay and fade in animation. So this time the logo is going to fade in the center. It's not gonna go from the top, from the bottom, from the left, from the right. It's gonna fade in right in the center. And then fade in subtitle with delay. The same delay we used in slide 1. Only this time the subtitle is going to say Indy's Premier Pet Resort. Excuse me. Number 6, fade in title, Professional Pet Salon. Fade in title with delay. I believe these should be subtitles, just so everything is exact. Oops. Went over that one. Fade in title, Professional Pet Salon. Fade in subtitle. Okay. Fade in title, Professional Pet Salon. Fade in subtitle with a delay, a thoroughly reliable grooming. 7, which is a menu slide. Title, if you think it looks best in the top left, top right, wherever you think this title looks best. Title, give your pet the experience they deserve. Subtitle, salon treatments. And so, the subtitle on these menu slides are basically just a segue into the actual list items. Subtitle, salon treatments. Menu, again, no prices. Facial scrub, teeth gel, and mint foam. Nail Dremel, temporary coloring. Permanent coloring. Miracle spa treatment. Full service bath. Shedless treatment. Breed specific haircuts. And express groom. And again, the line items are verbatim. Slide 8, title, Add grooming to your pet's boarding stay for the ultimate experience. So basically, we're kind of doing like a cross upsell there, a cross promotion sale. So a lot of our business is boarding, right? So if you're checking in or whatnot for boarding, or you are checking out and you often use us for boarding, and you see this slide, you're going to start to think like, well, if I'm going to have them stay for a weekend or a week or whatnot, then I might as well go ahead and set them up with like a spa treatment, give them a full service bath, give them a facial scrub, and get their teeth brushed and their nail Dremel and everything done. If I'm gonna have them boarding, I might as well go ahead and add some grooming products and services. So the entire our entire use of these screens is to pitch and upsell things at the time the clientele is at the desk. So add grooming to your pet's boarding stay for the ultimate experience. Slide 9, TAD logo over cat and dog video. So, maybe in this cat video up here, maybe it's one of those relaxing, I'm sure you've seen them, a stock video, it's real close up on the cat's face, and the pet owner, some lady's got her hand in the screen and she's petting the pet, scratching the cat underneath their neck, and they're purring or whatnot, you know what I mean? Not that we'll have sound with those videos, but just the imagery. Title, add grooming to your pet's boarding stay for the ultimate experience. TAD logo over cat and dog video. So it's, both a cat and dog are in the stock video with overlay and fade down animation. So the logo is going to fade in from the top and then fade in subtitle with delay. Your pet's best friend. Your pet's best friend. And then moving on to 10, 11, and 12 are going to be slightly different. So 10, title is going to be Daytime Retreat, our deluxe doggy daycare. Subtitle, Ask about, let me think for a second. Title, Daytime Retreat. No, Ask About's good, yeah. So subtitle, Ask About, and then the menu with no prices is a 2-hour daytime retreat, 4-hour daytime retreat, and all-day retreat. Then 11, slide 11 is sign up for our dog training. Classes are every 8 weeks. Ask about a slot now before they fill up. 12, title, pet pickup and delivery. Subtitle, one-way trips. Menu with no prices. 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, 20 miles. There we are. So that gets everything across. Everything is geared up to upsell products. We're making the most efficient use of our time. Our clientele is going to come in. They're going to approach the front desk. They're going to check in. They're going to check out. They're going to talk and do their thing, and it's a very expedient interaction, and we're going to attempt to capitalize on that expedient interaction by being succinct or direct, asking for the sale, upselling the product. And this is simple, it's static, it's perfect for us to get started. It is very objective minded. We are being very direct and asking for the sale. We are reminding them of what's available, or we're letting them know what's available in a very short and direct manner. And we are keeping things static and open-ended and asking for the sale. And the aesthetic in mind is upscale, something that you would see at a very nice hotel or a very nice resort. Think like what you would see at a sandals resort. What would you see on digital signage at a sandals resort? Something that's refreshing, something that's light, something that's attractive, something that is, you could say neutral. The aesthetic might be neutral. We don't want to push things too hard in any one direction. We want the screens to be totally independent, at least for the time being. We might change things or come and make things more specific in the future, but we want to start with something that's refreshing, that's light, that's classy, that's upscale, something you might see at a sandals resort, or something that you might, obviously, instead of pictures of clear blue water, right, and drone photos of a beach or things like that. We're going for like a resort feel with stock images and videos of dogs and pets relaxing, enjoying themselves, having fun. But we want things to be upscale. So that's it for this video. I don't think I took too much time, and I got everything across. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'll send these notations across in the email. That way you have access to them, and I'll go ahead and send this over when it's finished uploading. All right, I'll talk to Gary.